Welcome, my absolute anarchists. Last time you saw Bruce transform into the absolute Batman and clash against Black Mask's war machine. But the chill has only begun, for absolute Mr. Freeze has arrived, ready to freeze Gotham's very lifeblood and reshape it into his own grotesque empire. Can Bruce stop the city from being entombed in eternal ice? Without further ado, smash that subscribe button and let's dive in. 1 month after the chaos caused by the party animals, Hamilton Hill emerged victorious over Jim Gordon in the mayoral race and immediately enforced martial law on Gotham, claiming it was necessary to safeguard citizens from bad men. In Crime Alley, Waylon, Harvey, Eddie, and Ozzy gathered for a memorial to Matches Malone, a neighborhood friend from their youth. Waylon wondered aloud about what Matches had been up to lately, and who last saw him. That was when Bruce appeared, absent since the assault on the party animals' yacht, and declared he knew how Matches had died. A week earlier, Bruce had sought out Matches, who worked as a forger, and requested false documents so he could infiltrate the work crews building Arkham. Matches supplied them, but during their exchange revealed that Arkham already housed prisoners, despite its incomplete state, showing Bruce photos and videos on his phone. Without warning, Matches collapsed, bleeding from every pore and orifice, struck down by a biological weapon. Bruce's friends were horrified by the revelation. He told them he only wanted them to know the truth and vowed to secure justice for Matches. Attempting to leave, he was stopped by Waylon, who insisted they discuss Batman. Bruce admitted he should have left them uninvolved, though they reminded him he had used their abilities before. He persisted in going alone, shaken by Matches' death, but Waylon warned that such a path would kill him. The evidence on Matches' phone listed scientists tied to Arkham, among them Victor Freeze, head of Gotham-based V-Corps, a company consuming enough power for 10 blocks. 3 days after the memorial, Bruce attempted to infiltrate V-Corps during a raging snowstorm. Mid-flight, the storm ceased abruptly, exposing him to GCPT surveillance tests applied by Black Mask. Dodging police predator drones, Bruce received a call from Alfred in London, who explained that Matches' cause of death was labeled bacterial, though no such entry existed in medical records. Bruce cut the call as he arrived at V-Corps. Inside, posing as a city engineer named Pennyworth, Bruce reached the CEO's office, where a wall displayed massive ice blocks containing prehistoric creatures. A man in a V-Corps jumpsuit introduced himself as the director and welcomed Bruce, mentioning Victor and Nora Freeze's passion for collecting strange specimens. When asked if the couple still oversaw the company, the man raised a shutter revealing them frozen in ice. He identified himself as their son, Victor Freeze Jr., saying this fate reflected his parents' devotion to the cold. Bruce pressed further, questioning V-Corps' real purpose, as records were scarce. Victor claimed they cryogenically froze the terminally ill until cures were discovered. Asked if anyone was revived, he said he had been treated with cryotherapy by his parents as a child. While Victor reminisced, Bruce searched the office and spotted a sample of ancient frozen bacteria. Victor then revealed that the process had been torment, not peaceful sleep, and as he spoke, his skin turned blue and eyes glowed red. Spinning around, Bruce saw him looming, and when Victor grabbed his face, Bruce's veins darkened blue from his touch. Victor dragged Bruce into a sterile laboratory lined with containment tanks and forced him into one of them. Bruce regained consciousness just as Victor began flooding the tube with icy liquid. His body convulsed in searing pain as hypothermia set in, his screams echoing through the chamber. As Victor walked away, leaving him to freeze, Bruce's mind flashed back to the bitter confrontation he had with Waylon in Crime Alley. Waylon had accused him of being no braver than Matches, and in anger Bruce had lashed out. Their clash had turned physical, with Waylon overpowering him with ease. Waylon had told Bruce he was deliberately walking the same suicidal path as Matches, using Batman as a way to punish himself. He had reminded Bruce that Matches was the last child Thomas had pushed into the Bat enclosure before being shot, and that Matches had carried that guilt as though he had been responsible for Thomas's death. As he kicked Bruce down, Waylon had warned that Matches had let remorse consume him until nothing was left, asking Bruce if he had sunk into the same hollow place. In the lab, Bruce summoned his strength and shattered the tube with a batarang and changed into his Batman gear. He stormed into Victor's office, finding him mid-call with his superior. He was calling someone in Arkham. Victor explained that the storm plaguing Gotham was artificial, its snowflakes seeded with trace markers capable of harvesting genetic profiles from every person exposed. Already, he boasted, they had captured data on 92% of the city. That man burst through the door, torching the room with a flamethrower and striking Victor. Though Bruce fought fiercely, the lingering chill slowed him, while Victor displayed uncanny resilience, power, and agility. Victor then released rows of frozen patients from their capsules, and they advanced on Batman, moving in perfect obedience to him. Bruce battled the horde, but was soon pressed back under their sheer numbers. In his mind, he heard Wayland's words about the survivors of Crime Alley, and his blunt demand. Did he want to die? Bruce had said no that day. Accepting he could not win, that man hurled himself through a window to escape. Outside, he called Wayland, but only reached his voicemail. He left a warning, telling him that something unnatural lurked in the snow and that he should contact the others and regroup. Yet the message never reached him. At the entrance of his gym, Wayland was ambushed by 3 men in sharp suits who knocked him unconscious. Drawing his blood, they analyzed it and declared him a perfect specimen before hauling him away to Arkham. That's all for today, my absolute anarchists. The frost may have lifted, but Wayland's capture casts a darker shadow. In the next blood-curdling arc, Bruce launches a relentless hunt to save his childhood friend. But the unthinkable awaits. Absolute Bane, Killer Croc, Penguin, Two-Face, Riddler, and Catwoman all step into the fray. Stay tuned, keep supporting comic books, and remember, this war has only just begun.